Okay, everybody, we're going to get started. Thank you all for coming to the CAPS presentations for the seniors of 2019. We're so glad to have you all here to celebrate their accomplishments. They've been working hard on these projects for the past 4 months, and we're excited to have them show all of their hard work today. We have 2 presenters this block. First will be Yuqi Ou. She worked at the New England Aquarium over this past semester, followed by Lauren Gobler, who did her work with the EdCo department here at Newton North. So without further ado, here you go, Yuqi.
So, hi everyone, welcome to my afternoon presentation about New England Aquarium. And I spent almost 2 semesters there. And before I start my presentation, I bet a lot of you may have this question for me, why I choose the New England Aquarium to do my internship. Because if you are my friend, you're my teacher, you know I spent a lot of time in high school. I take business-related class, like international business or like finance class. But Aquarium, that's like marine bio majors things. But why I choose it? So the first reason is, when I was a kid, I always liked fish. I like to spend time with them. I like to touch them. So I get to touch all the jellyfish back thing. I can tap them and see them float around the water. That's the first simple reason. And I have another main reason is, so when I visit aquarium, I listen to the stuff they talk about the story behind every tank. And I start to think, because we have so many tanks and I never try to explore more about it. And I know we have ocean there, but I never try to explore more what the situation right now, what's the ocean habitat right now. So I searched the ocean image on the internet, and the first image I get is this. It's beautiful, and it's our ocean. And then after that, I search ocean habitat right now, and then I get a second image. It's about ocean, it's full of trash, that because the human activity and overfishing, and that's our ocean right now. So the only way I get to know it is I search. If I just search ocean, I get the first. I don't even know what's happening. And if I search more about it, I get to know it. So let's start our day in New England Aquarium. So first, we start with update. That's our office. We spend our most time there. We read our binder, we learn knowledge, we make friends there. And then we go to our schedule. So all the stuff there, we have a schedule card. So that's our activity card. And that's our schedule card shown here. And I will pass it around. You can look at it if you want. And that's important to us because we have half-hour shift, and every shift is different, so we will never get boring. So first one is RI plus B. That stands for Rolling with Biofact. We have 2 full amazing closets of Biofact. I love them a lot. But they are not just for you to touch, to look at. We have more deep meaning behind it. So this one is our Biofact note card. I call it note card. It's full of information about an animal. And this one is sand tiger shark jaw. And here you can see we have a conservation. Sorry, my hand is shaking. So it's the conservation notes part. And that's basically tell you what we need to tell the visitors. And some of fish, they are in the red list. It means they are in danger. They are highly protected. And some of fish, they are fine, but people use them to do furniture, to decorate their house. And they're being catched a lot. So that's what we need to share to the visitors. So visitor knows this, when they see this kind of fish, they will know they need to protect. They may stop buying them, they may stop eating them, and that's what we want. And next, I will show you some biofact I like. So the first one is the alligator gar. And this is about this long. I like to fish a lot. And the second one is a porcupine fish. I use it to do my certification, which I will tell it later. And the third one is the stingray. I spent 1 hour near the stingray touch tank. I like to touch them. They are very friendly animals. And then next shift is Edge. It stands for Edge of the Sea Touch Tank. We have 2 touch tanks in the aquarium. This one is the one I get certified first. And in order to pass the certification, we need to do a combination with about binder time and practice. Binder time is our daily classwork. We read about notes and everything in class, and we heard the teacher talk about this. And the practice is our homework. So after we have all the information, after we go home, we do the practice. And also in the aquarium, we do the practice with our staff there, and then we get confidence so we can do the certification. It's like our quiz, our test. And then after the certification, we make sure we have enough confidence to stand in front of the edge alone to answer the questions. So we passed it. But they're not just, after the certification, things do not end. Daily, we have so much important things we need to know. The first thing is the communication. The communication is important because we have two age groups coming in. One is the adult, and another is children. For adults, they may want more like scientific parts. They want to know the scientific name for each animal, and they want to know like not just they are starfish. They want to know what their tube feet look like, and they want to know what they're used to doing with. But children, they just want to touch it, and they want to maybe listen to some amazing story or fun story about it. And we need to be able to identify and to make sure we share the right information to them. And the second thing is problem-solving skill. So I like children a lot, but sometimes they like to pick up animals because they think they are like small toys, they're cute. But so this time we need to come to them and tell them to put down. But you can't just say like, put it down. Like, that's not okay. So we need to use our own way to tell them and make sure they remember it. So I come to them and say, hi, just let's see. When you're walking down the street and you're like happy you have your own time there, and someone just pick you up and put back to your like original point, and you try to walk again, someone pick you up again, do you like it? Of course they may say no, they don't. So this time is the time you tell them, animals, they're like you. They don't like to be picked up and they don't want to walk again and to find their food. So next time when they try to pick an animal, they try to like pat them in the way they are not supposed to. They may say, okay, animals, they're also alive things. We need to take care of them and we need to be careful. So that's the whole point of problem solving and communication. And the third thing is we learn new knowledge every day. So visitors, they always come with very good questions. Sometimes I don't know. Even I read all the binder, but I don't really know the questions. So it's a time for us to go back to our office. We ask the staff there and always search on the internet. And then we get the answer for it. So next time when visitors ask it again, we get to know it. And we actually own that part of knowledge ourselves. And we move to the next shift. This shift is what I like, it's tropical gallery. And I will share like two most important tank here, I think. The first one is the living coral tank. Coral is a very beautiful animal. They are animal, plants, and rock in the same time. But sometimes when people just look at them, they think they are only plants, only animal, or only a colorful rock. But that's not right. So even a simple piece of coral, it takes 100 or maybe 1,000 years to develop. They're not just like a plant take 1 year, like spring, summer, fall. And also, the coral tank, we only have 3 living coral tanks in our whole aquarium. Others are made of fiberglass. And that's the reason why we need to protect it, because they are really hard to grow back again, and they are very hard to take care of. The second tank is Sea of Cortez. Sea of Cortez tank is the tank I want to talk about most, because so this picture is showing Sea of Cortez. It's used to be the place they have most animal diversity, but it's used to be. So because of overfishing and human activity right now, Sea of Cortez, they don't own this diversity anymore. The only way you can see it is in our aquarium, in that fish tank. But people, they don't really know. So be honest to you, when the first time I visit aquarium, I don't even pay attention to it, because that tank is just like a dark tank in the corner, and I don't even like take a photo with it. But then after I know that, I start to realize there are smaller things behind every tank. And the only way visitors will know is you need to ask the staff. You can ask like everyone here. They will tell you the whole story behind it. So, go to my main point here. The only way you know is you ask, you think, and you remember. So if you don't know something, you ask about it. And then you think about it. You think about with like what do you look at it, think about what you get answer from, and then you remember it. And then next time, for example, when someone just said, coral is a rock, don't care about it. You can tell them, and then you actually own that part of knowledge. So you remember, and then you can use that part of knowledge in the future. You can protect our planet, you can protect our ocean, and that's all. But so in the future, in my college, as I said, I will study international business major, but of course, I want to use this time, I want to use this, like, my major to protect our planet. And I think the only way, like, study like ocean-related major is not the only way that we can protect our planet. We can use our money, we can use our time, or we can even do like volunteer. You don't need to be in that major in order to do the things. So I think even I study a business major, I can still do whatever I want to do to help our planet. So that's all. Thank you.